Hey, how's it going? Did Samsung give what all Samsung fans have been wanting from couple of years now? Why did the Pixel 6 Pro fail in front of the S21 Ultra and the iPhone 13 Pro Max? Did Sony make false claims about its huge 1-inch sensor? Well, if you want answers to these questions, then you are in for a treat. So without leaking any confidential information, let's get started. Google revealed Pixel 6 series in quite an unconventional way by showcasing it before the launch so the visor design grows up in people's eyes and seems as a normal phone. They revealed so much before launch that on the launch day, all they had to reveal was the price, and that price shook the smartphone industry. But it still didn't manage to take the crown from S21 Ultra and iPhone 13 Pro Max. Why? Looking at some photos, it's very evident that Google hasn't adapted the software to match with the hardware. Previously, they used a very inferior sensor and therefore had to use a lot of post-processing. You may notice that there isn't the existence of the true blacks. All black things are washed out, and that means very aggressive HDR. Another thing Pixel got very wrong is portrait. While Samsung and Apple use blur according to the distance, which means less blur just before the subject and gradually increasing from there. But Google blurs everything other than the subject, which look like it has been photoshopped. About the video, yes, the iPhone is still the king and Google no way comes near it, as expected. The next story comes from Sony. You might have heard about the Sony Xperia Pro 1, a terrible naming I know, but it carries a huge achievement in it. A huge 1-inch camera sensor. Now bigger sensors let more light in, which makes them very good in low light situations, and also they provide more natural blur in photos. But that doesn't quite happen in this one. MKBHD posted a beautiful video about this. He simply says that the sensor is too big. For it to make sense in smartphone, the smartphone needs to be more thick. At the end, it turns out that Sony used 1/1.33 inch sensor, which is similar to S21 Ultra sensor, which is no big deal in 2021. I mean, for $1,800, get a $1,000 camera and 599 Pixel 6 and you'll be good to go. Last and the most interesting story comes from again Samsung. For years now, Samsung has used both Snapdragon and Exynos, and Exynos has lagged considerably to the point that the both SoCs feel generation apart. And all the tech enthusiasts wanted Samsung to give up on Exynos and go with Snapdragon around the globe. Good news, it may happen with S22 series. For those who don't know, SoC or system on chips are made of several parts: CPU, GPU, RAM, neural cores, etc. And the only part that made Exynos inferior was the GPU core or the Mali GPU. But now Samsung has collabed with AMD to provide GPU. AMD said that it's based on the same GPU that is used in PS5, which is, okayish. I'm kidding, which is beyond awesome. But with great power comes great heat, and Samsung has run into manufacturing problems and quite not be able to supply every S22 with Exynos. So it might be possible that almost every S22 will come with 898, except regions in Europe and Russia. Again, these are just leaks, so I won't say believe them 100% because only few days before, leaks suggested existence of 4 models of S22, 2 Exynos and 2 Snapdragon. My thoughts on this is that be it 898 or Exynos 2200, it would be hella powerful and you will be good to go with either of them. So that's all tech news I found interesting. Did I miss anything? Do let me know in the comments and do consider subscribing if you love technology. So that's all for this video. Take care and see you in the next one.